Howdy, y'all. Welcome to BanjoBenClark.com. Today we're going to learn the basic melody for Big Sciota. Now, I'm going to put that basic word in quotes because even the basic melody to Big Sciota is still pretty busy. It's a very unique melody. It's got a very catchy chord progression. So I'm still going to classify this as an intermediate lesson, even though we're going to concentrate on just the core notes that make Big Sciota be Big Sciota. And if you're wanting to get more of an advanced take on this solo and think about more improvisational ideas, I do have an advanced lesson here on the site, so you want to check that out. But in this one, we're going to dial straight ahead, get really drilled down on that melody. That way you can have it in your back pocket, have a really great foundation built to push on beyond that. If you're a Gold Pick member here on the site, then you've got this whole lesson, the tabs, the MP3s at your disposal. If you're not one, well, what are you doing? You need to join. Then you can have access to this one and hundreds more lessons just like it. Let's go. Let's learn some Big Sciota. This is a typical fiddle tune in that its form has an A part that's 8 measures long, then you repeat it. Same for the B part. It's also 8 measures long, then we'll repeat that. And each time we repeat that, I'll give you a couple different variations. But the purpose of this lesson is to really drill down into what is that basic melody of Big Sciota, because there's so many options as far as improvisational ideas over this melody. But we got to have that melody first. And the chord progression kind of throws you for a loop a little bit because it's a bit syncopated in how it's played. We're going to start out with some of these potatoes, and you'll hear that in the jam track MP3s that you practice along with. You can do those however you want. That's just an example of potatoes. And if you don't know what taters are, what that kickoff is, and I've got a whole lesson on how to play those, so be sure and check that out. Then measure 6 there. We'll walk into that melody. Now, here's the thing about the melody. Starting in measure 7, it's very bouncy. It is busy, but I like to have it bouncy, and it's syncopated. It's got some notes that kind of fall where you might not expect them. That's part of the cuteness, the allureness of Big Sciota. So you see that little 8th note rest in measure 10? That's characteristic of Big Sciota. You can let the notes ring through that, or you can even mute them. It kind of sounds cool. But that whole line. Next line, climbing up to the E string. Because we have a couple measures of a C chord here. Now in that measure 13, we can come back down any way that we want. You could, whatever you want to do, that's just one example of what you might want to do. And as we get into the second A part, we're going to add a few 8th notes here and there where we had quarter notes before, even though there's nothing wrong with quarter notes. And I'll give you a little different way to walk down as well. A lot of fun. I think this is one of the most fun fiddle tunes to play because it is challenging, but it also just makes me happy, and there's lots of different variations like I mentioned. Let's play the B part now in the next video segment, and then we'll come back and play these, all of it together slowly.